What if I told you that the city you call home, the same streets you walk every day, the same place where your children go to school and where your dreams once began, has now become so unaffordable, so unlivable, that even people with full-time jobs are being forced to leave? This is not just about rising rents or inflated house prices. This is about families squeezed into one-bedroom flats, nurses sleeping in cars after night shifts, and entire communities quietly disappearing from the places they once built. Today, we take you on a journey through the top 10 most unaffordable cities in the UK, and by the end of this video, you may find your own city on this heartbreaking list. Stay with us, because what you learn today could explain why your rent keeps going up, why your neighbors are leaving, and why your city no longer feels like home. Our countdown begins with a truth many ignore. Affordability isn't just about income. It's about the impossible gap between what you earn and what it now costs to live. City number 10, Brighton, a coastal dream turned housing nightmare. Once a beacon of creativity and freedom, Brighton now sees average rents crossing £1,800 for a two-bedroom flat. Locals are being replaced by remote workers from London. For every two families that move in, three longtime residents are priced out. Some call it gentrification, others call it survival. But the result is the same. Brighton is becoming a city only for the wealthy, not the working. At number 9, Bristol, known for its art, culture, and innovation, but now a city where even entry-level tech workers can't afford to live near their jobs. Shared housing isn't just for students anymore. Young couples and even small families are cramming into rooms because the rent is outpacing wages at an alarming rate. The emotional toll is brutal. Parents working night shifts just to afford school uniforms. Teenagers dropping out of college to help pay bills. A city full of ambition, now drowning in despair. Number 8, Oxford. The irony is painful. The city of scholars where knowledge is free but living isn't. While students might only stay for a degree, the local families face a lifetime of rising council tax, unaffordable groceries, and impossible rent. Teachers teaching in Oxford cannot afford to live within 10 miles of the schools they work in. Some are commuting 2 hours a day. For a city that prides itself on education and legacy, the price of simply existing there is becoming unbearable. Next up, number 7, Cambridge. Another historic gem, suffering from a modern-day affordability crisis. Biotech boom meets housing doom. Salaries for researchers are no match for the exploding private rental sector. One local resident said, "I live in a shed, not metaphorically, an actual converted garden shed, and I'm a research assistant at a university ranked top in the world." Number 6, Edinburgh. Scotland's crown jewel is losing its shine. Tourist demand, Airbnbs, and investor buyouts are pushing locals out of their own neighborhoods. Locals describe feeling like guests in their own city. Old communities, generations deep, are being split apart because no one can afford to stay. You might see bagpipers on the Royal Mile, but behind them, there are single mothers living out of hostels and pensioners choosing between heating and rent. At number 5, Bournemouth. A city that once promised sunshine and serenity is now under the cloud of financial suffocation. Retirees, low-income families, and even mid-level professionals are being priced out of their homes. Many are now turning to food banks. Coastal beauty can't cover the ugly truth. The cost of living has spiraled far beyond reality. Number 4, London. Surprised it's not number 1? So were we. London has always been expensive, but now it's reaching surreal levels. £2,500 for a studio, £6,000 for a 3-bed in Zone 2. But what's changed is who's leaving. It's not just students or minimum wage workers anymore. It's doctors, software engineers, police officers, the backbone of the city, and they're all quietly moving out, leaving London behind. Not because they want to, but because they have no choice. Now we reach number 3, Bath, a stunning historic city that now ranks among the least affordable places in the UK. Tourists love it. Locals are drowning in it. Every Georgian building you see on Instagram may now house 5 strangers sharing a kitchen. Parents are moving their kids to schools outside the city because they simply can't afford the fees and daily costs anymore. The charm remains, but the soul is slowly vanishing. Number 2. St. Albans. A commuter haven turned unaffordable trap. The proximity to London made it attractive, but now even a one-bedroom flat can set you back over £1,600 a month. Local workers are leaving en masse, and when people leave, businesses suffer. You start to see it. Empty shops, struggling restaurants, silent high streets. This city is in crisis, quietly, and now the most unaffordable city in the UK. Number 1 on our list, Winchester. It's beautiful, historic, and tragically out of reach. A city where the average home costs over 14 times the average local salary. It's a place where wealth shines, but working people fade away. Nurses, teachers, single parents, they are all being pushed to the fringes, if not out entirely. It's a city that looks perfect on paper, but in reality has become a place where only the rich can live and thrive. The rest? They're just surviving, if they're lucky. So where does your city stand? Maybe it's not in the top 10 yet, but is it heading there? Are you already feeling the squeeze? Are your children growing up thinking shared bedrooms and rising bills are just normal life? This isn't just a list, it's a wake-up call. Because behind every number, every rent figure, every eviction notice is a real person. Someone like you. Someone who just wanted to live, work, and raise a family in peace. If this video has opened your eyes, if you saw your city or someone you know here, then don't just scroll past. Share this video with them. Speak up. Because the more we ignore these trends, the more cities will lose. Not just physically, but emotionally. They'll no longer feel like ours. And if you found this video valuable, if it made you stop and think, then please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps us reach more people, tell more truths, and maybe, just maybe, start a conversation that changes something. Until next time, stay informed, stay aware, and don't let your city vanish without a voice.